The Irish Times this morning, they are leading with the rugby. Ireland's triumph of the collective sees them dominate individually. Gerry Thornley's team at a tournament there. Sexton just pips Murray as player of the tournament for his Paris heroics. On the back of the Irish Independent then, they're going with that incredible game in the Gaelic rounds yesterday evening. 100 minutes, 58 scores, 14 frees, 2 periods of extra time and 1 winner. Limerick beating Clare in the Allianz Hurling League quarter-final in Division 1. Colin Ryan of Limerick there scoring the winning 65 in that free-taking competition. It's also the same story on the front of the Irish Examiner this morning. The never-ending story reads the headline. Ryan hits sudden death winner as Limerick edge out Clare in historic league shootout. Meanwhile, on the back of the Irish Daily Mail, free for all reads the headline. Ryan the hero for treaty after 100 minutes of drama.
So I'm just reading a comment from Jeremy Guscott. Ireland don't have any world-class players, but they're playing well as a team. Thanks, Jeremy. I mean, Tadhg Furlong definitely not the best tight head prop in the world, and our 9 and 10 definitely not the best 9 and 10 in the world at the moment. I mean, Beauden Barrett's very good, but Johnny Sexton is just as good, and so therefore you would have a tough decision picking between them. That's the definition of world class. Rice sticking with Ireland. This is the story about Declan Rice. Apparently hasn't actually been contacted yet by England about potentially switching over to play for them. Rice, I only want to play for Ireland. This is obviously the piece that he did at the weekend at the FAI Awards. He was our Young Player of the Year. No, Cyrus Christie was our Young Player of the Year at age 25. I think that's actually true. I think he is actually 25 and he is our Young Player of the Year.
Yeah, that definitely did happen. I Wikipedia'd it when I saw him in the awards, and I'm still it still makes me doubt.
I mean, a lot of stuff gone on over the weekend. I'm not sure it did happen, right?
I just kind of I couldn't understand it, so I just said, time to make it night 2 of Grand Slam celebrations.
Injury blows rock Munster. A terrible weekend for Munster, obviously. Keith Earls expected to face a lengthy layoff with his knee injury. Was hobbling around on one leg during the celebrations. But Tyler Blendell out for the rest of the season with a recurrence of the neck injury. He's had surgery. And Duncan Williams out for about 8 weeks, it looks like, with a fractured eye socket and a fractured cheekbone after a training incident. So Chris Farrell already gone, and a couple of others suffering injuries as well. So Toulon rolling around very soon, just 11 days away from that game in the Champions Cup. Declan Ireland, the only team I want to play for. This is Declan Rice. And then Deschamps, I help Pogba, French manager Didier, to talk to unhappy star Paul. So I don't know if Didier Deschamps is going to still be the French manager after the World Cup. Who knows? Shirt, sharp shock. Jose, you lot must show more respect to the badge. I don't know if you can see from the photograph there, but Jose Mourinho is pointing to the Aon logo underneath the Manchester United badge. And I don't know if he's actually like, it's just, these sponsors aren't paying money to be associated with the crap that you're showing up. Or did he mean to actually point at the badge as the thing that he respects most? I'm sure it was the badge and not the money. Definitely wasn't the money that Jose was pointing at, going, Aon. Darren O'Dea, there's no grey area with drink driving, but Gibson needs help. This is the story that Darren Gibson will appear in court next month after he was charged with drink driving. The Sunderland midfielder was suspended by the club after his arrest on Saturday following reports of a collision near their training ground. And Jose's Ramray, this is a story that Jose Mourinho is weighing up a swoop for Aaron Ramsey. I can't believe there's transfer gossip leading the back pages of the tabloids already when we're 4 months away from 6 months away from the closing of the transfer, 5 months from the closing of the transfer deadline. Shoot me now.
Front of the Racing Post is asking the question about the future of Sam Crowe, champion hurdle or chase. Where should Jigginstown go with the exceptional Sam Crowe? On the back page then, it's all Joe Hart there and whether or not he'll get selected by Gareth Southgate for England. The Daily Telegraph then, across the channel. Things have got to change, reads the headline here. Players' chief says England must address taboo subject of essential contracts of Eddie Jones' side is going to compete with the best in the world.
Read every word of the English press and the protestations that they have about the way that their game is set up. Read every syllable of this that you possibly can and enjoy it, because these are the spoils of victory.
It's been a long time coming. It's not, unfortunately, a big grim back page in the Guardian. It's Mo Salah.
One of the things I heard in America about the future of English rugby is that they're just waiting for the good teams in the first division to get up to the Premiership, and then they're going to the relegation trapdoor will be closed, and they'll get rid of relegation, effectively having a Celtic League style, at which point you can begin to charge the union a bunch of money to essentially contract your players. and that will improve English rugby. But it'll also mean that a bunch of the world's best players head to England.
Or it also means that the best young English players who might be as yet unearthed gems and are playing in the Championship in England might not get their chance. Or it's like, actually, we've got a load of money here. Why not recruit some second-string player from South Africa or New Zealand and let's turn them into the top player instead of their own homegrown talent. So I'm all for that. If it's going to continue the downfall of English rugby, then I'm all for that.